So Lifetime versus Equinox. Both in New York City. Which one is better? From a brand perspective, we already know Lifetime is very family friendly. Typically people will sign up with their kids and they will have a membership across their life. Equinox is more like young graduates, business professionals who want to be a part of this like esoteric brand that makes them look cool as well as work out, right? Because it's a gym. So I'll walk you through the New York City Lifetimes and Equinoxes, what they're like, what they have inside, and what my thought and opinions are. And if you decide to sign up for either of these gyms, I highly recommend that you mention my name, SHERVIN SHAIKH, when you're signing up. That way we both get a referral bonus. You'll get something, I'll get something, and we're all happy. Who has 2 premium gym memberships? Like, come on, dude. In this video, I'll cover the lockers, the check-in experience, the equipment they have, the type of people that work out there, the extra amenities they provide, because there's a cool set of some, personal trainers, and overall cost. First, we'll talk about locations. Now, when it comes to just Manhattan and New York City and the boroughs near it, Equinox was founded in New York City and they have the most amount of gyms, I think more than almost any other gym in Manhattan. I don't even know how many there's, like 20 to 30 plus gyms just in Manhattan. You can go 20 minutes walking and get to another Equinox. It's almost like McDonald's, but not in that way. Lifetime, right now there's only 4 Lifetimes, but I know they're opening up many, many more. I think I saw on the app, it's like a pipeline of like 5 to 6 more coming soon. But the benefit is when you're traveling. So Equinox has one in London, Lifetime does not. But when you're going to any major city, for example, Orange County, LA, San Francisco, Boston, you'll be able to find an Equinox there. When it comes to Lifetime, you'll have to actually go to more of the suburb areas. So when I traveled to Phoenix, Arizona, there was no Equinox, but there was a Lifetime, so I was able to work out there. When I go back to Irvine, California, there's the Equinox, but the Lifetime is actually down in the deep south of Orange County. So when it comes to location, I think it's important to pick one that's easy to get to for you on a daily basis. And then 20% take into account, if you're traveling, which gym will be most accessible to the locations that you think you'll be going to most. When it comes to my favorite locations, I think Equinox has the best location at Hudson Yards as well as 63rd Street. And then Lifetime, I think the best one is at 23rd Street. Locations, I'm giving this vote to Equinox, just because there's more locations in Manhattan and there's more locations across the country. Moving on to hours. Depending on when you like to work out, Equinox is tiered to the business professional, and these people will work out typically before work, maybe after work, but they rarely are crazy fanatics about the gym. So that's why Equinox hours are a little more constrained. Some of them close at 5, some at 7, sometimes 9. Lifetime, on the other hand, is usually 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Even on weekends, they'll close at 10 p.m., whereas Equinox might even be closed on a Saturday, depending on which location it is. There have been random moments where I've gone to the gym at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and do note the lockers and showers will close like 15 minutes before, so don't even think about showering there. If you are someone with a strict regimen and you know that you're gonna go at X hours, then yes, it doesn't matter. But if you're someone who's like me and it's like flexible, running around and things are always changing, then you might want to have more flexibility with hours. So I'm giving this one to Lifetime. And let's be honest, how many times am I gonna go to Phoenix, Arizona? Next, check-in experience. When you arrive at the front desk, both gyms have very friendly staff for 99% of the time. When it comes to some of the amenities, I have had my own experience at Equinox where the front staff might be a little standoffish, but I still got in. I went to the pool. And in its current state of October 2021, the check-in experience for Lifetime is much easier. I actually can just use my Apple Wallet. I double click here. I find my Lifetime code on my Apple Watch. I tap it and I get the barcode and I just scan on this machine and I walk in and that's it. When it comes to Equinox, the check-in experience is a little more complicated. I actually have to book a time slot. I have to swipe all the way down and sign a waiver. And then when I arrive, I have to pull out my phone again and tap check-in. And what's nice is I don't have to actually scan anything. It uses Bluetooth to check me in automatically, but I do have to have that extra step of booking a time. I'm hoping they'll take that away soon, but I understand that they're doing that because of COVID and all. So this check-in experience goes to Lifetime. Now, the people who work out there, because we all know, I saw this review, this guy's like, yeah, I went to a yoga class at Equinox and there's just too many dudes. And I was like, bro, you're going to yoga for the wrong reason. Also follow me on Instagram, SHERVIN.yoga. Typically the people that will go to these gyms are mostly male. I think with most gyms it's like 80–90% men, just like my channel. But otherwise the environment for both are extremely friendly. I haven't had any drastic negative experiences with the other members there. And I've met a lot of people and I've made actually new friends at both gyms. Now the 2 ones I go to most often is Equinox Greenwich Village and the Lifetime 23rd Street. Equinox Greenwich Village is typically men who are larger than me in height and I'm 6 feet. They'll have bigger muscles than me and they're just like really good looking men, which can be intimidating. At the same time, it can be inspiring. When I go to Lifetime at 23rd Street, I definitely feel like I am a more experienced practitioner there. Maybe it's just my ego, but I definitely noticed that the people working out there are a little less experienced at the gym, and they're just more like average people. Well, when I'm working at the Equinox Greenwich Village, it's like you're working out with superstars sometimes.
I got celebrities, I got sports figures.
And it's either intimidating or inspiring or motivating. Next, equipment and machines. Both gyms will have most of the equipment that you need and want, plus more. Cardio machines, endless, endless, endless. I saw this funny tweet and he said, gyms need to cut down on cardio machines and increase the number of squat racks. This is so true, especially for you, Equinox.
Put more frickin' squat racks.
Please don't cancel my membership because I said that. I will go to some of these Equinoxes and there's one squat rack. For the most part, all the lifetimes that I've been to in the city, all the main 3 have at least 4 squat racks, if not more. You have your typical bench press, free weights, all of that extra stuff that you need. The weights will go up to 100+ pounds. So for the average Joe plus the extra average Joe like me, you'll get all the weights you need. You got belts, those little things that go like this. Some of them have the round weights, right, for a CrossFit style, and then some of them have the octagon weights for just like classic, weightlifting, bodybuilding size. But when it comes to Lifetime, they just tend to have more bench press racks and more squat racks. I feel like those are the standards. And when it comes to wait time, it seems that at Lifetime, I have to wait a lot less often, even like during prime time hours, like before work or after work. But at Equinox, I'll tend to have to wait more or lurk to make sure I get the weights. Especially in New York City, if you're going before work or after work, more than likely you will have to wait for something. So keep that in mind. Even though these are top tier gyms, it would still get so crowded that you kind of have to wait for things. This is not like an executive gym. It's a top tier gym, especially the Hudson Yards location. Like that's a premier location. It should have a sauna and more squat racks. Equipment and machines. I'm gonna have to give this one to Lifetime. They just have more equipment for weightlifting and building strength. They just have more equipment. Okay, so you show up, right? You showed up at a certain time. There's a check-in experience. You'll see the people that are also working out there. And then you use the equipment, you do your thing. What's next? You gotta use the amenities after your workout, maybe before. But first, a word from our sponsor. I don't have a sponsor, but if you are gonna sign up for either, mention my name below. Maybe I'll put an email down here that you can contact as well. Just say, hey, SHERVIN SHAIKH referred me. Put me down as a referral and you'll get something, I'll get something. I have no idea what it is. So amenities. This is why I go to the gym. We'll start off with pools. So there's 2 types of pools. They have lounging pools and swimming pools. Lifetime only has 15-meter pools, which is freaking tiny. If you're a competitive swimmer, not gonna do much. If you're not a competitive swimmer, should be okay. The reason I signed up for Equinox was because they actually have 25-yard and meter pools, junior Olympic size. Both of them, the lanes are kind of tight. You're not gonna get the regular swimming lane size. When it comes to rooftop pools, a Lifetime has a really nice one, but it's like $1,000 just to be able to go to it for one summer, which, like, let's be honest, these New York folks are paying. Equinox, all of the rooftop pools are included. Another reason I got the Equinox membership is I can go to Equinox Hudson Yards, Equinox Printing House, and a couple other ones have just like rooftop patios, and I can use all of them with my destination membership. So that's a win for Equinox. There's not extra fees to use the pool, right? If you add up the cost of just the summer pool access, which is like 4 to 6 months at Lifetime, it's like $1,000-1,200 maybe, and divide that by 12 months of a year's membership and add that onto Lifetime, it pretty much is equal to the price of an Equinox membership. And the Equinox Hudson Yards pool just has more people, it's more social, it's a bit smaller, but I think that forcing and cramping of people makes it just a more vibey and cool experience. The Lifetime pool has more families and kids, but both of them have alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, coffee. The Equinox pool has coffee, cold brew, really nice cold brew, and a restaurant with food. So if you want to lounge resort style, it's there. Now, the most important thing to your health, I think, is Rhonda Patrick and Andrew Huberman all tout is saunas. Thing that is about Equinox is they have no saunas in the mid-Manhattan area, midtown. Like, what do you do in Equinox? Put just like one sauna in one of your 10 million locations in midtown. You either have to go all the way to Wall Street or all the way up to Upper West Side, the Equinox Sports Club. I guess there is one that's like near Central Park. There's none like near Flatiron, none near like the Greenwich Avenue should have one, the Hudson Yards doesn't have one. Like, those are all really nice gyms, but they don't have a sauna. So how are you supposed to, it's fitness, not life.
It's not fitness, it's life.
The Lifetime one, every single one I think has sauna, maybe except for one, but all of them have saunas. Most of them have steam rooms. When it comes to Equinox, I think every location has a steam room, which is nice. I think it's good for your skin and good for your lungs. When you're looking for the muscle activation, the longevity, you need 180-degree Fahrenheit sauna, which comes back to Lifetime. Their saunas do not get hot enough. It's like 150, 160, and they don't hit that 180 point where all the research has been done for finished saunas. So Lifetime, crank up your saunas. Equinox, add in a sauna. Hudson Yards supposedly had these barrel saunas by the pool during the winter. I haven't seen them yet. Maybe they'll come back. Make sure that 180 degrees plus. But the Equinoxes that do have saunas, good work, Equinox. Those ones are hot. The 63rd Street, 61st Street, really good saunas. And the 63rd Street is my favorite because they have this swimming pool, cold plunge under 50 degrees, and a sauna around 170 degrees, I think, or more. They did a good job there if you're trying to maximize and optimize your health. Oh, this is melting. You want to go to the 61st Street Equinox. That's my favorite location when it comes to ice hot therapy. Cold plunge. Equinox Hudson Yards does have a cold plunge, but there's no sauna. The Lifetime on 42nd Street, which is somewhat near the Hudson Yards, they have the coolest thing. It's a water club. It's co-ed. They have a cold plunge. It could be colder. Hot tub, sauna, steam room, a swimming pool, and just like a lounging area. It's all indoors. It's really freaking neat. Great social place to meet people. I've gone there on Friday nights just to hang out, and I've met really interesting people. Overall, it's a cool idea and concept. I think there's just some execution pieces that could be fine-tuned a little bit. And Equinox kind of has that water club style experience at the Hudson Yards. They just need to add the sauna and the steam room, take it out of the locker rooms, put it in that common co-ed area. And then I think the Hudson Yards would be like really legit. And then they both have spa services. They've been closed during COVID, but for the most part, I think they're really good. I think some of the Equinoxes, yes, they don't have saunas, but they'll have infrared saunas. Most of the research is based on finished saunas, but that's okay. Sauna is a sauna, right? Pools, saunas, and spas. I'm gonna have to give this one to, damn, this one's a tie. Lifetime, the pool. Equinox has the better pool, Lifetime has the saunas. Next, you've had your amenities, time to locker and shower. I think Equinox has the better showers. Usually there's better water pressure, the space is a little bit bigger, and what you're standing on at Equinox sometimes just feel a little bit cleaner. And then you have face wash, body wash, conditioner, and shampoo. Whereas a Lifetime does not have face wash. Come on, Lifetime, add some face wash. And then Equinox uses Kiehl's. You know it's a brand name, you know it's pretty good. I actually really love the Kiehl stuff. Some people don't, but I love it. Lifetime has kind of their own brand. It's not really like some popular brand. It's not as great. It's okay. I wouldn't use it on an often basis. They both have little ear things. The one thing to note is Equinox has nicer ear things. They don't break as easily. The Lifetime ones are too flexible. It's hard to clean your ears. Most of the time there's ample towels. Sometimes they have shaving cream and mouthwash. You do have razors. I don't use them because I'm Middle Eastern and they will cut my face like a lot. But if you're like white, maybe you can use them. They have these two blades, and for really thin hair, it could work. Then deodorant. Both have deodorant, but the one thing to note is I'm pretty sure both of these deodorants have aluminum, which means it's effective, but also it can be bad for your clothes. I think it's kind of ruined my whoop strap a little bit. I don't know if you can see my bicep, but right there, it's eroded a little. This is all supposed to be black, but it's slightly eroded. So it's something to keep in mind. You don't want to get aluminum on your clothes. It can be bad. Don't use either deodorants. Equinox did have like a non-aluminum deodorant for like a little bit. I think they're testing it and I loved it, but it went away. Bring it back, Equinox, and just put it everywhere. So now you're finished showering, you can go to your locker. The one thing I loved about Equinox is they really thought through the locker. There's a little thing in the Equinox locker that's like flush. So when you're trying to put your backpack in and out, it's easy that your backpack doesn't get stuck on these hooks. Whereas the Lifetime one, there's like a little piece that sticks out for the lock and it can get hooked sometimes. Also, Equinox tends to have bigger lockers, whereas Lifetime will have smaller, maybe like slightly thinner lockers. So my backpack doesn't fit as well. Locker area and showers. The big winner is Equinox with their Kiehl's, the water pressure, and the ear things. Dude, they just blow Lifetime out of the water. Next, workspace areas. You're done showering, you wanna get maybe a meeting or two done. Some of the Equinoxes will have like little offices in the locker room for a quick call. The Sports Club New York actually has an entire like cafe and you can like work there and hang out there all day, which is extremely nice. I've only been there a couple times though. I don't think you can work there all day, but like maybe a couple hours. Whereas Lifetime, they have some areas, but they're kind of small. The 42nd Street Lifetime does have a nice cafe that's by the rooftop pool with outdoor seating, indoor seating, and you can work there as well. And for the most part, both places have decent Wi-Fi. Not amazing, but good enough. Workspace area, Equinox typically has bigger workspace area. They win. Juice and smoothie bars. Almost every location has a juice and smoothie bar, maybe like 90% for both of them. Lifetime has their own in-house cafe, which is like Life Cafe, and you'll get the same menu everywhere you go with any Lifetime actually in the country, which I love. And they have this bodybuilder bodybuilder protein shake with creatine. At Equinox, it's actually like through Juice Press or Earth Bar in San Francisco. So it's slightly different across the country, but they will have juices and different smoothies. But in terms of an after meal shake, Lifetime will have more options of protein bars and supplements and things like that. The bodybuilder shake, man. Make sure to put me down as a referral, so maybe I'll get some free bodybuilder shakes. Juice and smoothie bars, a Lifetime. That bodybuilder protein shake and the consistency across the country is insane. Next, personal trainers. Both have great personal trainers. I think they focus on really hiring the top tier people. You really gotta find someone you connect with. I haven't used either of them in New York, but I had one in San Francisco. He was amazing, friendly, worked with what we wanted, and he got me to bench over 300 pounds, which was insane. And they will learn about your goals and do what you want. It can get expensive, but if you're someone who's just trying to work out, that accountability can be great, as well as making sure you're doing things in a safe and proper manner. And I know Equinox is very much focused on not just strength, but also mobility and cardiovascular strength. So it's not just like, yeah, we're gonna make your biceps and chest big, but like overall health. It's really important there. Right now, the trainer I use is Future Fit. If you ever want to use that, I'll leave that link below. It's a remote personal trainer, essentially outsourced writing my workouts. They give me an app and I follow a guide, and it makes it really easy. If you already know how to work out, this can be an easier and cheaper way to write your entire workouts for the month. And that's $150 a month. Personal trainers, I'm not gonna vote for that one. Which brings us to cost. Now they're not cheap, neither of these are cheap. Prior to this, whenever I paid for a gym, it was like LA Fitness. I was paying $30, and I remember the premium membership was $35, and I was like, no way am I paying $35. Look at me now.
Look at me now, I'm fully charged.
So the type of people who work at these locations are either very wealthy or financially irresponsible like me. Equinox will start at $220 for like one location, and then they have an all access, which I think is like $300, and then they have a destination, which is like $350. The prices are always changing, so ignore those numbers. But then they have an E by Equinox, which is like $30,000. It's a lot. Just go in knowing it's gonna be a lot. And then there's an initiation fee, so find a thing through your work or some way to get that initiation fee kicked off. Lifetime, same thing. It's like always $300 to $500 initiation fees. Since I signed up for both during COVID, I got a great deal, no initiation fees, but also the gyms were both very empty at this time. And Lifetime starts at $249 right now. And it's probably gonna go up when you're watching this video. And note, this does not include your protein shakes, your personal trainers, your pool fees at some locations. Lifetime. Honestly, these things are a lifestyle. I love to go shower at Equinox. I spend a lot of time at the gym. It's like my haven. It's where I meet people, I make new friends. It's like my central location to be. And that's where I'm okay with spending a lot of money on a gym. Pick your priorities. My priority is working out. I won't go out to eat. Cost. If you add in the rooftop pool of Lifetime, I think it pretty much comes out to the same cost as Equinox. So I'm gonna give this one to Crunch Fitness. If you do plan to get either a Lifetime or an Equinox membership, make sure to mention my name is SHERVIN SHAIKH. It's spelled S-H-A-I-K-H, like milkshake. Don't forget that. Just be like, SHERVIN Milkshake referred me. And you'll get a little bonus. Hopefully, I'll get a bonus. Hopefully. And if you are either going to reach out to Lifetime or Equinox, I'll put their emails down below for the membership advisors that you can actually email directly. Doesn't matter where in the country you are. I think we'll still get a referral credit. And the final verdict is whatever you like. I would put the scores up here, but honestly, it's what do you need? This is how I would vote it. I think use my lens and perspective to help make your decision, and make sure that it's close to you, because if it's far away and snowing, you're not going to go to the gym. Make it as frictionless as possible. If you can live in the gym, even better. And next, I want to review like Gotham Gym, Planet Fitness. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments below. If you're curious about optimizing your health, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And another video you should watch is my Whoop fitness tracker video. Check it out. See you in the next video. Peace.